You know what you're watching. DS Learning Finance. Whoa.
Whew. I apologize in advance, guys, for the heavy breathing. I just ate. Whew. And I ate a lot. You know what? I think it's time to undo the top button on my trouser. Yep. But yeah, it's DS Learning Finance, guys. Dami Solari, your favorite YouTuber. For all of you new investors, for all of you old timers, we all experience this, yeah? And that's basically when you invest in a stock and you get stuck in that cycle. The price goes up and then it goes down. And then it goes up and then it goes down. What do you do? Well, I found myself in this situation, guys. But first off, let me give you some background knowledge. It's been about 2 months since I invested in my first stock. Yes, I remember that glorious day. I bought some shares from Direct Line for, I think it was around £3.49p. Yeah, £3.49p. So yeah, I bought the shares for that price, and boy, Lord and behold, the roller coaster ride I was about to embark on. And it's because of that guy named Trump and his antics. But not only him, but also Brexit and potential of UK interest rates rising, surprisingly. All of those things combined have created a slightly bearish perspective on the stock market, my stock included. As a result, Direct Line shares have moved up and down, and then up, and then maybe up and down again, several times, okay? So I think the lowest I've seen it is £3.30, and the highest I've seen it is like £3.49. So I've seen it oscillate between those two in the small 2-month time frame. Fortunately, I was able to capitalize from the fluctuating range of the Direct Line share prices and bought some pretty cheap shares relatively. I ended up buying it for £3.39. Yeah, £3.39. So I bought some more shares with the roughly the same amount of money that I invested in the first time. If you put yourself in my scenario, what would you do? Imagine yourself as that investor. You see your share price for the stock that you've invested in, the stock that you believe in, oscillating like a merry-go-round. Yeah, you see it fluctuating up one day and then down another day. What would you do? And the worst ones is when you see the share price dropping penny by penny by penny. Because it puts you in that sort of scenario where you feel you've got the opportunity to minimize your losses and therefore exit out of the trade. But really what people tend to be doing during that point is that they're panicking and they're becoming too anxious. And because they sell at a loss, they therefore lose some money on their investments. And the sad part is that this occurs on a regular basis. As you're watching this video, if it's during stock market hours, I guarantee you this will be occurring to tons, thousands, hundreds of thousands of people in the stock market. Yeah, it's peak for us. With that said, I'm actually surprised at how patient and calm I've been. I have not panicked and lost my marbles about conducting certain trades. Ain't done that. Nor have I been that guy constantly waiting by the phone, monitoring Direct Line share price movement. What? Why are you looking at me like that? It's getting hot now. Okay, maybe I've been watching it once or twice a day. But just twice. I haven't gone overboard with it. And what? And most importantly, I've been able to control my emotions. The way I treat it is as if I don't have any investment in Direct Line. Like basically I don't have any money in the stock. So when I'm in that scenario where the share price goes down, I look at it and I think, if I was a complete fresh investor, would I buy more stocks? Would I hold? Or would I even sell my stocks? There are 3 things that I ultimately use in this sort of scenario. A, looking at the reasons why I initially invested in Direct Line. What made me believe in Direct Line? B, looking at the research that I've done, all the fun facts that I found, well not fun because it was reading Danza, but what I'm trying to say is all of the facts that I found about Direct Line and what they plan to do in the future That's obviously made me want to invest in them. That's made me see them from a prospering perspective, thinking that they will keep going like this in the future. And C is looking at what they are doing at this moment of time. And how does that correlate with the research you've done about that company, and how does it correlate with the beliefs that you have in that company? And on top of all of that, I found out some juicy information about Direct Line. T. Rowe Price Associates, yes, T. Rowe, they now have 5.06% of Direct Line shares. And for those of you that are probably thinking that's tiny, no, it's not tiny. It's actually a lot of money, guys. To be precise, Direct Line has a current market cap of £4.71 billion. So what that therefore means is for T. Rowe to own 5.06% of it right now, they need to drop 240 mil, so $250 million. And they've done that. They basically, over time, I don't know how long it's taken them to acquire 5.06% of Direct Line, but over the course of time, they've dropped that sort of money, that amount of money, to own shares in Direct Line. And the reason why this is a good thing is because T. Rowe is a global asset management firm. They're one of the top elite big dogs, yeah, financial investment companies. They hire managers, they have experienced managers, they have experienced analysts, they have experience, basically they have experience in the stock market, and they have a good track record of finding big winners. So for them to believe in Direct Line as much as I do, now granted I don't have 240 million, but relatively, okay, for them to believe in Direct Line as much as I do, clearly that shows that I'm onto something here. Now granted, the share price going up is not the only way to make money in the stock market. You can actually make money from the share price going out, i.e. short selling. So who's to say that T. Rowe might be short selling Direct Line? But Direct Line is going to give out dividends soon. And for those of you that don't know, what happened before the ex-dividend date is that the share price rises because people anticipate there are going to be dividends. Therefore demand is high, therefore price has to be high as well for people to capitalize from it. So putting that all into perspective gives a high indication that their share price will rise, just because those two factors are occurring at the same time. This roller coaster ride that the share price likes to take us on, it goes up and it goes down and it goes up and then it goes down and then maybe up and then down again. You get the drift. What I'm trying to say is it frequently occurs. So you've got to believe, you've got to trust the investment that you've looked at, but more importantly, you've got to trust the time, the hours spent finding that one gem, finding that good company, looking at their 10Ks and 10Qs, reading about the company presentations, reading about all of the reports, and coming to that judgment for yourself, doing that in-depth research. That's what keeps you in that company for the long haul. And every time I find myself in this sort of situation, that's exactly what I do. I take myself back to when I just met Direct Line as a potential investment, and I see the reasons why I invested in that company. If I can still see that right now, then that keeps me staying in that company. If not, then your boy's out. But anyway, it's your favorite YouTuber, Demi Solari. You know what you're watching. DS Learning Finance, yeah, you're watching it. I talk about stock market investments, property investments, financial management too, giving you that consistent content, okay? Now before you can go about doing whatever you're going to do for the rest of your night or day, you know what to do. Like, subscribe and share DS Learning Finance.
Whoa.
Bye.